Hey guys, this is Videobob, and this is an unsolicited endorsement video because when I find a product that I purchase on my own that really exceeds my expectations, I feel like it's my obligation to share this with my audience that trusts me. Something that we go through a lot here at Bob's Prop Shop is batteries. If this is your first time watching our channel, we build custom movie cars like the Back to the Future DeLorean Time Machine, Knight Rider, Ghostbusters, the A-Team van. And these all use a lot of batteries. We put anywhere from 2 to 6 batteries in some of these cars. And a lot of times we get a car in that's been sitting for a while, and one of the first things we do is chunk the batteries and put brand new ones in. And especially living out here in Las Vegas, my buddy Mike tells me, you gotta replace batteries like crazy out here because there's something about just the desert heat, the dryness, and just sucks the life out of them. Well, I found that there are chargers out there that will refurbish your batteries. And I've also found that it's really important to keep your batteries on a charger at all time. Now, I have a big car collection. I have like 20 something cars. I have buses and trucks and all kinds of things. And we use little trickle chargers. And I've always used the battery tender line because sometimes you can get them at Costco or Sam's or whatever, and they were like 40 or 50 bucks, and they're a good price, and they're 3, 4, 5 amps. But I decided I wanted to try one of the larger versions, and I found this one from NOCO. It's called the NOCO Genius 10. Retails for, I'm not sure how much, but you can find them for a little over 100 bucks. It's a little bit bigger and heftier, and it's got an automatic function. One of the reasons I bought this one is not only because it was a 10 amp model, but because it'll also charge lithium iron phosphate and lithium ion batteries. And we've been using those in some of our builds lately. So I sent a couple of these to my guys at our other shop in Dallas, and I said, hey guys, I want you to check out this charger. Now I bought it to be used in a car that we installed a 200 amp lithium ion phosphate battery into, and this would charge it because you kind of want to slow charge those. I mean, you can put up to 80 amps in the thing, but I thought a 10 amp charger that would charge it overnight would be perfect. Now, you'll notice it doesn't have any mounts on it. What they do is they give you this little strap here, and you mount this strap to whatever you want. Then you put this into the strap like that, and then it just buckles in. Sorry, it doesn't go like that, and that holds it in. So if you wanted to mount this to your car, to the wall, whatever, and it Velcros on. That's how it goes. Let me take this off. It's pretty much completely automatic. You can select on here just a regular 12 volt wet battery, an AGM battery, or a lithium battery, but somehow it just seems to know. But it also has this repair and refresh function, and that's what I want to talk about. Right here on the box. It says repair. And I'm telling you, this thing fixes batteries. We had batteries that were put over in our dead pile that we use for taking back in for a core. What did they give you, $17 for the battery, right? And the guy said, well, let's try this repair thing on some of those batteries. And these are batteries that 3, 4, 5 years old. And they return them back to their full freshness at like 13, whatever volts, and they're working. And I said, if it's a wet battery, make sure and put some acid in there, distilled water, whatever it calls for. But some of these were AGMs. We're talking about real expensive batteries like, Optimas and some of the other gel batteries we've been buying from Sam's over the years, like the Energizers or the Duracells, whatever brand they're doing. So really quickly, I just want to run through some of the functions because I know I said that it's completely automatic, but check this out, okay? When you first turn it on, it's going to automatically default to 12 volt. This is an AGM battery, so we would want to select AGM, and it would, enumerate, check things out, and then begin to charge. But I know that this battery was bad and we had to replace it. So we're going to show you how to get to this other section of repair functions. You hold down the button, the mode button. I want to do this where you can see it, for 3 seconds, and it will illuminate the lower section here. Then you press it to go from 6 volt, 12 volt supply, it says, or to repair. Now, 12 volt supply meaning it's putting out its maximum amount of power so that you can use this as a 12 volt power supply. But we've got it on the repair function, and it's going to use the computer to go through, analyze the battery, and figure out what it needs in order to repair it. So it doesn't automatically repair the battery. This is a function that you'll have to select. And then once it's fully charged, it says, you know, here in the instructions exactly how it'll display what's going on. So it has a lot of cool functions. This is a really cool power supply, and they have a lot of great accessories you can get. I was looking at, for instance, we use these a lot. These are mounted plugs where you could, if you wanted to mount this permanently in a vehicle like an RV or boat or a car or whatever, you could actually mount one of these AC plugs where you can just plug the thing in. And we use these on all of our time machines that we build. But you have these other connectors for permanently wiring into the battery or into a cigarette lighter or extension cords, all sorts of cool things. So anyway, check out all their line of products on their website or use that affiliate link down below, like I said, and you can find all this stuff on Amazon. The point is this thing really works, and I just really wanted to endorse it. It's a great charger. It's got this EverStart Walmart battery charged fully. It's showing that it's green, and it has repaired many of our batteries. So what I'm gonna do is, so that I can get a little kickback from these guys, I have an affiliate link through Amazon for these right in the written description down below. If you click on that and buy one, I get like a fraction of a penny or something, but if a couple of 100,000 of you do it, then I'll get enough to buy a hamburger. So I just wanted to turn my car friends onto the NOCO brand. They've got a lot of great chargers. They've got like a little bitty wall wart one that's great for just plugging in, and they're really cheap. They also have some other ones that we buy that have multiple leads, because we have a lot of vehicles that are, like I told you, are double batteries. For instance, outside is my 63 Cadillac convertible, and we put dual batteries in it because it's got that big Cadillac 390. And we have a body mounted one of these. It's basically one of these that's mounted to the interior of the firewall with two leads running to the two batteries. And whenever we bring it in, we plug it in. All of the cars that we build have built-in plug-in chargers. And by the way, the construction of this plug it's got like a buckle that snaps on there. This is just a whole new level of quality. I am just really impressed. The battery connections are fused. These cable clamps are nice and firm. This thing feels hefty. It feels well built. It is just, I'm very impressed with it for the price of this thing, because I have battery chargers that I have spent a lot of money. I've got a jump starter over there that thing was like 500 bucks. Speaking of jump starters and NOCO, let me turn you on to something else. Okay, I wasn't really planning to even talk about these, but since we brought it up, all right, so I have several of these things. This is a NOCO brand lithium ion jump starter. Okay, I want to say I got this at Costco. Comes with this cool little case. It's nice felt line to carry everything in, and I bought 2 of them because I carry them in every vehicle that I travel in. Now this thing charges, by the way, by just a regular micro USB. You can plug it in anywhere. You don't need any kind of special cable. You just plug it in. Now this thing can be used as, of course, you know, a power source for charging. But this thing will start literally anything. I don't know what kind of magic battery is in this, but it is hefty, built just like this thing. It actually has, it's got like a flashlight built into it, which comes in really handy when you're trying to hook up the battery. One of the reasons I bought 2 of them is like I told you, I have a lot of dual battery vehicles. One of which is my Ford Excursion with the 7.3 liter turbo diesel in it. The thing sat out there for like a couple of months, went out there, the battery was dead, ski dead, nothing dead. I took the 2 of these, I put them one on each of the batteries, waited a few seconds, thing fired right up. Fired right up. So I'm gonna have a link in the description for these as well. These are also set up in a way that you can't accidentally arc them out because they're really smart. It's small, and this thing comes apart. It's like the construction of these is fantastic. I'm really impressed with just the build quality. They don't feel cheap. Like this thing is heavy. It weighs a couple of pounds. You know you got something here, right? That fits right in the case. There's a spot for all the cables in there. I want to say this thing is like 100 and whatever bucks, but it's worth it, okay? And it's like, you're not going to hurt it. I carry one of these in almost every vehicle for emergencies, and you should. Because the kind of cars that we're taking out, we can't take the risk of something happening. And it's always in a situation where sometimes you need a little extra power. So I try to keep them charged up using these. And then when I go out, if there's an issue, you have this with you, because you never know, right? So my recommendation, NOCO, I'm sold on these guys. Hey, NOCO company, if you guys see this video, reach out to me. I'd love to do this for you officially, and I'd love to have some of your other products, and I'd love to beta test some of your stuff, because I've been really impressed. They have a lot of products that they've discontinued that I wish I could get a hold of. And we buy a lot of battery chargers and batteries and things like this. And I have jump starters that I've paid $500 or $600 for. And this thing, this little bitty piece of amazing technology, will start a big diesel truck. Unbelievable. So, hope this video wasn't too long. Hope I don't seem like I'm doing too much of a sales pitch here. I really don't get anything out of this. But when I get excited about a new product, I just want to share it with my fans, because we as car guys, something that we deal with all the time is having to jump start a car. Especially like if you're a car dealer, if you deal with, if you're a car lot, whatever. You know, older cars, they just drain the battery. Like I got this Porsche 924 sitting out there and the clock is always running. I got a lot of old 80s and 70s cars that have clocks in them, and the clock is always running. And if you leave the car out there for a month, the clock will kill the battery. And I have other situations where I have cars that, like, you know, whatever reason, they just have backup battery systems. And if you leave them sitting out there and you don't keep them charged up or keep them on a charger all the time, you have to jump start them. And it seems like we have to jump start a car every other day out of the 25 something vehicles we own. So these have really made a difference in my life. I highly recommend both of these. But this thing has saved me so much money. It has repaired so many batteries that I would have just turned in, and I would have had to gone and bought a new battery and lugged it around. And this is a battery from 2020 that wasn't working, which is only 2 years. But out here in this desert heat, look how dirty that thing is. It makes a difference. And this thing shows that it's fully charged and fully repaired, and then it's working. And we were going to throw this battery out. So that's why I'm so excited. Again, link in the video description if you want one for your use. Thanks for watching, guys. I don't normally do these kind of endorsement videos. This isn't normally what I do, but if you are interested in car content and some of the cars that I mentioned in this video, please check us out by subscribing, giving a like, giving a comment, and share. Send this video to your car friends and help them out, because they will appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, thanks for watching. Videobob.